Welcome to the Monmouth County Virtual Library. Please visit monmouthcountylib.org for more information. Welcome. My name is Stephen Russell. I am the owner of Becoming Sound. I'm a certified yoga teacher. I am a licensed massage therapist, and I'm a professional musician. Keep in mind that you know your body better than anyone else. Rely on the wisdom that only you have about your body to decide what to do, if anything, and if you do decide to do something, how deeply into that you'll do it so that it's safe and helpful. Consider everything that I say as a suggestion. Use your wisdom to decide if and what to do. Some of the things I suggest may cause discomfort, but know the difference between moving into discomfort, which can be safe, and moving into pain that can become dangerous. Always be comfortably uncomfortable, not in pain. Start by lying face up. Palms facing up. A little gap between the feet. A little gap between the arms and the rest of the body. Close the eyes and just notice. Notice the way your body is affected by gravity. What parts of the body seem to be pulled toward the ground by gravity? Notice what parts of the body seem to be able to surrender easily to gravity. Notice your body breathing. Notice the movement that is necessary in the body in order for the body to breathe. The movement that creates an inhale, the chest and the belly rising, the movement that creates an exhale, the chest and the belly falling. Notice your ability to deepen the inhale. Notice your ability to lengthen the exhale. Draw the right knee in toward the chest. Place both hands on the right knee. Notice the muscles that caused this to happen. Notice how deeply it seems is comfortable, or perhaps comfortably uncomfortable, to draw the knee closer to the chest. Notice if you're able to let go of the knee and to leave the knee in the same position. Notice your body's willingness to stay in this position. If you need to, bring the hands back to the right knee. Just notice how close in you seem to find wise to bring the knee toward the chest. Just notice, no judgment. Release the right knee, bring the right foot to the ground, straighten out the right leg. Draw the left knee in toward the chest. Notice what muscles do seem to be doing this action. Place both hands on the left knee. Draw the left knee in toward the chest as much as you determine is safe and helpful. Perhaps uncomfortable, but safely, comfortably uncomfortable. Create sensations that are safe and helpful, even if somewhat uncomfortable, but certainly safe and not dangerous or painful. Take both hands away from the left knee. See how willing your body is to let the knee stay in the same position, or perhaps it needs to move, or perhaps you need to bring the hands back to the left knee. Just notice, no judgment, just become aware of what your body seems to be willing to do safely and helpfully. Release the left knee, bring the left foot to the ground, straighten out the left leg, and relax. Draw the right knee in toward the chest. Place either the right hand or both hands on the right knee. And see where this knee can comfortably go toward the right. How close toward the floor on the right, without the left side of the body picking up off the ground. Can the right knee be closer up toward the right arm, or does the right knee need to be closer down toward the feet? And then bring at least the right foot down to the ground so that the right leg can relax and be left on its way toward the floor on the right side, the left side of the body staying on the ground. The right knee either down toward the feet or the right knee up closer to the right arm, wherever the right leg can relax. Just notice the sensations. Create sensations that are helpful, safe, perhaps uncomfortable, but not dangerous or painful. Use the right hand or both hands to bring the right knee back up so the right foot can come to the ground, straighten out the right leg. Draw the left knee in toward the chest, maybe the left hand or both hands on the left knee. Explore how far over to the left, toward the floor on the left side, can the left leg go with the left knee bent, so that at least the left foot, if not more of the left leg, can relax on the floor. Left knee bent, maybe the knee closer to the feet, maybe the knee closer up toward the left arm. And then relax. Right side of the body staying on the ground. Notice the sensations. Create sensations that are helpful and safe, not dangerous or painful. Maybe use the left hand, maybe both hands, bring the left knee back up, left foot to the ground, straighten out the left leg, and relax. Bend both knees, both feet flat on the ground, and then bring both knees out to the side. You can use the hands to assist if you wish. See if the feet need to stay apart or if the soles of the feet can press together into each other with the knees moving outward away from each other toward the floor. Decide how close to the rest of you the heels can be. Allow gravity to pull the knees toward the floor. You can use the hands on the insides of the thighs if it's safe to put a little pressure on the insides of the thighs. Use the amount of pressure that might be uncomfortable but not painful or dangerous. Bring your attention to your breathing. Deepen the inhale. Allow the chest to expand and the belly to expand on the inhales. Lengthen the exhale. Use the abdominal muscles to lengthen the exhale, making it longer and longer. In order to bring the knees back together, you can use the hands on the outsides of the legs. Bring the knees carefully back together. Draw both knees in toward the chest. Bring the knees as close in toward the chest as seems helpful and wise and safe. Remove the hands from the knees. Bring the arms out like a T, palms pressing down into the floor. See how willing your body is to allow the knees to stay where they are. Perhaps the feet need to come closer to the floor or maybe rest on the floor at times. With the knees close in toward the chest, with the tailbone close to or maybe even resting on the floor, bring both knees close together and over to the right. See how far over to the right the knees can go. And allow the right leg to rest on the floor, knees close together. Maybe the knees up toward the right arm, maybe the knees closer down toward the feet. Bring the knees back up, and then with the knees somewhat close together, knees in toward the chest, let both knees fall over to the left, and then adjusting at some point to allow the left leg to rest on the floor, maybe the knees down toward the feet, maybe the knees up toward the left arm, the right knee somewhat close to the left knee. And then moving, if it's safe for your body, and as many times and as vigorously as you decide is wise, go back and forth, knees on the right, knees on the left. Notice what muscles seem to be allowing this movement to happen. Do this movement as many times as you determine is wise for your body. Notice if you might be breathing in at some point and breathing out at another point. What kind of breathing seems to go with this movement naturally? Draw both knees in toward the chest. One hand on each knee. Draw the knees in as deeply as you decide is wise and safe. With one hand on each knee, kind of rock to the left, and then rock to the right, and rock to the left. Decide if you can do this, if this is safe to do without the hands on the knees. Just kind of rolling to the sides. And then come back to the middle. Bring the feet to the ground, straighten out the legs, and rest. Draw both knees in toward the chest. Roll onto the left side so that the arms can be straight out in front. The head can rest on the left hand if it needs to, or the head can rest on the floor if that's safe. And then I call this opening the door, leaving the left arm or the left shoulder on the floor. Bring the straight right arm up vertical, and then as far over to the right toward the floor on the right side, leaving the left shoulder or maybe even the left arm on the floor. I call that opening the door. And then the opposite would be closing the door. So the right arm is like a door. Open. Go as far as you decide is safe and wise and helpful, and then close the door. Maybe inhale while the door opens. Exhale while the door closes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then come back up to face toward the ceiling, and then come to lie on the right side, arms out in front, maybe the head resting on the right hand. Inhale, open the door. Exhale, close the door. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come to lie face up. One hand on each knee, draw the knees in. And then rocking to the side, with or without the hands on the knees. Maybe, if it's safe, rocking all the way up to sit, and then rocking all the way around to sit on the other side, or maybe going all the way around in circles. If you go one way, go the other. And then safely come up to sit. It's good to sit sometimes so that the spine can be fairly, I'll call it straight. Spines aren't straight, but overall, even though they do curve back and forth, overall straight and vertical. So whatever way you can sit, that happens easily. Legs crossed, legs bent underneath, so that the spine can be overall in a straight, more or less, vertical line. If the body allows to sit either with the legs out in front or crossed, place the hands on the knees. A little pull from the hands on the knees can help the spine to sit more tall, more vertical. And see how willing the body is to allow your spine to stay fairly tall and vertical without the hands. Always inhale and let the chest and belly expand. Exhale, lengthen the exhale, draw the belly in. And then explore different ways to sit and how willing the body is to allow the spine to be vertical. Maybe with the legs out in front. For me, I have to bend the knees rather significantly to allow my spine to be vertical. Hands can be under the knees to help a little. Or maybe without the hands, or maybe the arms overhead. Try to have the spine be tall and vertical. Maybe with the left foot drawn in toward the inside of the right thigh, spine tall and vertical. The right knee may need to bend. Right knee bent, right foot in toward the inside of the left thigh. Spine tall and vertical, maybe even the arms overhead. Maybe both feet out in front, both legs out in front. Knees may need to bend, arms overhead maybe. Spine tall and vertical, with or without the help of the hands under the knees. With the knees bent, with the heels on the floor, bring the feet a little wider apart. Decide how wide apart the feet can comfortably be, the heels. With the knees bent, hands then can come behind, arms straight. If the arms can straighten, they can support so that the spine can stay fairly, I'll call it unhunched. Rather than hunching, try to keep the spine from hunching. And then explore. If the inside of the right knee can come closer to the floor in the middle. If the right hip picks up off the ground, the knee may be able to come closer to the floor. If the right hip stays on the ground, the knee may not be able to go as far. Then the inside of the left knee toward the middle, toward the floor in the middle, with the left hip on the ground and then with the left hip off the ground. How far can the left knee safely go toward the floor and then go back and forth? Either with the hips on the floor or the hip picking up off the floor. Then bring the feet closer together, hands under the knees, pull so that the spine can be fairly tall and vertical. Maybe without the hands under the knees, maybe with the hands staying under the knees. And to find the best way for you to get from here to hands and knees. See how safe it is for your body to straighten your arms, and if the arms can come more and more vertical. Depends on the wrists, how comfortable and safe it is for the wrists to have the arms be straight and how vertical they can be. Maybe even spread the fingers out wider and connect the palms to the ground. And if you imagine your spine at this point is fairly straight, bring your spine into more of a U so that up toward your neck is going more up toward the ceiling and your tailbone is going more up toward the ceiling, and in the middle of the spine is curving down toward the floor. Try to keep this away from the neck so that not just the neck is bending, but the neck I'll call neutral. If you bend the neck back, it seems like you're going deeper when all you're doing is bending the neck. So the entire spine more like a U, and then go the other way so that the spine is more like an upside down U. Tailbone curving under, head dropping down toward the floor. Then go back and forth between the U and the upside down U, inhaling as you go into the U, exhaling as you go into the upside down U. Inhale, exhale, inhale, maybe on the exhale moving deeper if it seems safe and sitting back closer to the heels and bringing the forehead closer to the ground, and then inhaling, exhaling, going as far back as you decide is wise. Inhale, exhale. This time, see how far toward the heels the seat can go, and then see how close to the floor the forehead can go. Sometimes, to get the forehead to the ground, the seat has to come away from the heels, and in order for the seat to come to the heels, the forehead has to come off the ground. Just explore, without any judgment, how close to both the body can be. Seat toward the heels, forehead toward the floor. And notice the body breathing. Notice how the body moves in order to breathe. Slowly come up and come back to hands and knees. Explore bringing the right foot up toward where the right hand is. Maybe you need to pick it up and help it. With the right foot flat on the ground, wherever it seems to be most comfortable, and then seeing how far forward the hips can go with the right foot staying flat on the ground. Then imagine that the spine, the left leg and the spine and the neck are not only long, but forming a C more and more toward this direction. Then come back up to step the right foot back. Bring the left foot up near where the left hand is. Explore bringing the hips forward, as far forward as your body seems to allow them to go safely. And then creating that same C in this direction with the right leg, the spine, and the very long, very neutral neck. Sometimes it seems if you look up, it makes it go deeper, but all it is putting a crimp in the neck. But think of the overall C shape of the leg, the entire spine, and the neck is just one neutral end. Come back up, bring the left foot back. Bring the right foot back up toward where the right hand is. Let the hips come forward. And if it seems wise, seems safe, bring both hands to the right knee. And again, creating that C shape with the left leg, the entire spine, and the very long and neutral neck. Letting the sternum come forward, almost like the shoulder blades are coming together and pressing the sternum forward. Come back up, right foot back, left foot up near the left hand, hips coming forward, and if it seems safe, both hands on the left knee, creating that C with the sternum moving forward, the neck staying long, and what I'll call neutral. Come back up, left knee back. Right foot up near where the right hand is. Hips moving forward. Both hands on the right knee, maybe even both arms overhead, so that now the arms are included in this overall C shape. Hands down on the right knee, on the floor, come back up, right knee back, left foot up near where the left hand is, hips sinking forward. You decide how far, maybe the hands on the left knee, maybe the arms overhead. Both hands on the left knee or the floor, come back up, step the left knee back to hands and knees. Come to lie face up. Palms facing up. A little gap between the arms and the rest of the body. A little gap between the feet. Close the eyes. Allow gravity to draw the body closer and closer to the ground. Allow the body to relax and melt into the ground. With each exhale, the body releasing more and more, relaxing more and more completely, melting, surrendering, begin to deepen the breath, move the feet, move the hands, move the fingers, move the toes, draw the knees in, roll onto your side, help yourself up to sit. Thank you for joining Becoming Sound. Thank you for attending this program in the Monmouth County Virtual Library. Please visit monmouthcountylib.org for more information and to sign up for the e-newsletter to stay current
on all of the Monmouth County Virtual Library programs.